Ciao, benvenuto nella mia cucina. Welcome to my kitchen and keto living. So today, if you didn't know, we're visiting Italy. And we are going to be making a wonderful Bolognese sauce. And we're going to be having a new product that I'm introducing, my skinny pasta. And so it is a really good pasta. You know, I love my shirataki noodles. I've talked a lot about them. But I discovered the skinny pasta and I really like it a whole lot. And so I'll be telling you a little bit more about that at the end of the video. So let's get started and we'll come down here and we'll start our meal. Okay guys, I'm so excited about this recipe. My mouth's been watering all day. So let me tell you the ingredients and then I'm going to bring you over to the stove as I put it together. So I have 1.5 pounds of grass-fed beef and I pre-cooked it a little bit. I did not cook it all the way out because I'm going to transfer this to another pan after the vegetables are cooking and I don't want it to get overdone. So you're also going to need 14 ounces of fire-roasted tomatoes. You're going to need 1 medium-sized yellow onion diced. You're going to need about a teaspoon of minced garlic. And you're going to need 3 celery stalks diced up, which is about almost 2 cups. And then for seasoning, you're going to need a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, a tablespoon of oregano, and you're also going to need a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. So, and I carved all this out, and so the whole recipe typically makes around 8 servings, and if it's 8 servings, it's about 3.66 net carbs for all of it. The whole recipe is 29.3 carbs, and so it's not as bad as it looks. Even if you wanted to make it for 4 people, if you can eat a lot of sauce, it's still only about 7 carbs. So it's a really good meal, and I'm really anxious to get this started. Now, the pasta that I was talking to you about is called skinny pasta. You find it on the aisles, usually with regular pasta. The only place I've been able to find it in a store is Food Lion. But this is really, really good. It's sugar-free, gluten-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free, and contains fiber, and it's all natural. And it's cognac spaghetti. What I like about this versus the shirataki noodles is it has no smell at all. You're still going to rinse it. You drain away the water from the bag. You rinse it and then drain it under warm water for a couple of minutes. And then you can either stir fry, heat in a pan for 2 or 3 minutes, or in the microwave safe bowl for 2 minutes. And then serve with your favorite sauce, protein, or add to soups and salads. Now, this is the spaghetti kind, but they also have, they also have regular noodles like the little rice noodles you would find in Asian food. They have couscous, they have lasagna noodles, they have rice, and they have fettuccine. This is the only, I have found the fettuccine, and I have found this, and I have found like the glass noodles that you would eat in Asian food. But I have not seen the lasagna and the rice or the couscous, but I'm very interested in try those too. This ad is not being sponsored by Skinny Pasta, but as you know, when I find a new product that's really, really good, I pass it along to you. And I'm pretty sure we can find this on Amazon.com, but it has 5 carbs and then it has 5 grams of fiber. So basically it's 0 net carbs per serving, and each bag is about 2 servings. I could probably eat a whole bag, but anyway. All right, let me bring you over to the stove and show you how we're putting this together. Okay, so I am back. I have another pan on the stove because I don't want to use the same pan that I cooked my hamburger in because I haven't drained it yet. So I'm going to be putting about 3 tablespoons of butter in my pan. And this, of course, is grass-fed butter. And we're just going to let that start melting down. And I'm going to cook this about on medium to medium. About medium. Because I don't want my veggies to burn. And if you see you need a little bit more butter, you can add it by all means. A little extra fat's not going to hurt anybody when you're on keto. Okay, so then I'm going to add my onion to the pan. And this is one medium onion, yellow onion. And get that going in there. And then I'm going to add my celery. Because, you know, these take longer to cook than the other veggies and stuff. So you want to get these in there. And get them started. And you're just going to cook them until they're translucent and fragrant. And, oh, the smell is just amazing. So I think I am going to add just a touch more butter. You saw how much more I added in there. And so we're just going to, like I said, cook this until they're translucent and tender. So when this part gets done, I'll come right back. Okay, these are getting nice and softened. So now I'm going to add my garlic to it. I just don't add my garlic too soon because I don't want my garlic to get burnt. You do not want to eat burnt garlic. It's very bitter and it's not good. So I'm just going to add my garlic to this now. It's minced up, but got to break it up a little bit. Oh man, the smell's coming from my kitchen. Okay. So now I'm going to add back the hamburger. And basically what I've done is to let it sit in this pan. I wanted to take some of the grease off of it. And this pan is going to be full. This is the biggest pan I got as far as a skillet. I'm just putting that in there. Of course, the onions are going to continue to cook down, and so we'll lose space there in a minute or two. We'll have some more space. I'm trying to keep the fat off of it. You don't want it too fatty. Okay. So we got that added in there now. And we need to finish cooking our hamburger anyway. It's almost done, but I left it just a little bit on the pink side so that it would not overcook when I put it in the pan with the onions and the celery and the garlic. Okay, so now I'm going to add my oregano and my salt, my pepper. Sprinkle that in. And boy, does that smell good. And so we're just going to let that combine for a few minutes and continue to cook. And we're going to add our Worcestershire sauce. And you need, like I said, a tablespoon of this. Okay. And just whisk all that in. And this will continue cooking. You see how full this pan is. It's going to get a little bit more fuller with the fire roasted tomatoes. But I'll say it right in a minute. Bolognese sauce it's really thick sauce. I love it. Okay, see now this is cooking down nicely. Okay. Now we're going to add the fire roasted tomatoes. So we're going to add that whole can of fire roasted tomatoes. I was going to tell you too, also, if it gets really too thick for you, now normally if I'm making this with real pasta, I'll always reserve a cup of the pasta water to help bring the sauce together. But since we can't eat real pasta, I do take about a half a cup of water. Actually, what I do is I take a fourth of a cup of water and a fourth of a cup of chicken broth and then add it in there. A little trick, if you're cooking something and you want it to taste like it's been cooking on the stove all day, add some chicken stock, actually not broth, chicken stock, and it will make it taste like it's been cooking all day. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So if it gets too thick, you can add some more liquid to it. Now what we're going to do is just let this simmer for about 20 minutes until everything gels together. And then I'll come back and show you the pasta and show you how I serve this. Okay, we are done. And this is one time when I really do wish I had smell-o-vision. Because this is just mouth-watering good. So what I did was, I did like the package directions said, I rinsed these really well with warm water. I put them in a little microwave dish. I just microwaved them. I didn't do 2 minutes. I just did a minute because they come out perfectly al dente. And if you like your pasta the way it's supposed to be, al dente, this is perfect. Now I'm just going to gild the lily a little bit and just spray some olive oil on them. I just think that adds to the authenticity. So how I'm going to serve this is I'm just going to pile up my plate here with some of my noodles. Now, truth be known, I could eat this whole bag, not feel guilty because there's no carbs, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to lay some noodles in there. My needle out. I had it in the dishwasher. Okay, now if you saw this pan, I know that you'll get at least 8 servings out of here. You're going to probably get about 10. So all I'm going to do is just get a nice ladle full and put it on top. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some grated Parmesan cheese up on top of that. And if you get your own grated up fine yourself, there are no carbs. And then, there we go. Bellissimo. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. And it smells really good. Let me put you up here and we'll give it a taste. Okay. Now, if you go back a few recipes and find my recipes that I made for biscuits or bread, you can add a little garlic to it, a little butter, a little garlic, and make you some garlic bread. Some Parmesan cheese would be really good with this too. So, I'm just going to take a bite of everything here. I'm going to try not to take a big bite. Oh, but it is so hard. Now, the one thing I also like about the skinny pasta versus the regular, the shirataki noodles look like they're a mile long. And these are actually the regular spaghetti length, so let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that is divine. You have to try this recipe. It is so good. And you will please those who are on keto diet and those that are not on keto diet with this dish. So, basically, like I said, the whole dish made exactly the way that I made it with the ingredients that I used has 29.3 carbs. If you get 10 carbs out of here, 10 servings out of here, which I can see that very easily, it's only going to be 2.9 carbs per serving. And I'm doing a serving is about one of these ladles full. So, and I'm going to have leftovers tomorrow for lunch. And my little Laura's going to have some for lunch tomorrow. And then if you have any sauce left over, you can freeze it as well. So, I'll have some for next time. So please give this recipe a try and let me know how you like it. Also, don't forget about this Sunday night at 6 p.m. we'll be having Keto Live. And it's kind of a Q&A or session. We get together, talk about our successes or about our whatever. I have some exciting news to share with you. I'm going to be having an upcoming challenge. And also a new little adventure that I'm doing with the keto living. So if you want to find out all about that, make sure you tune in Sunday night at 6 p.m. or either, if you can't make it, catch the replay. Now, the recipe will be below in the description box as always. So, go check it out. And if this is your first time joining us with Keto Living, please subscribe to the channel by hitting that little button and giving me a thumbs up, letting me know if you like this type of video or not. And don't forget that tomorrow is the weekend, and I will not have videos on the weekend, but I'll be back also, like I said, Sunday at 6 and then Monday at 8 a.m. with Monday morning coffee. Alright, my friends, thank you so much for joining me for Keto Living, and I will see you all soon. I'm going to go eat. Manja!